Their love speaks louder than any spotlight ever cooled through. GG stands already know Joss and Gawin are not the type to say things that can mislead people about their relationship. They're careful, reserved, but somehow their actions speak louder than words. But after GG's Samui trip, something between them clearly changed. The energy, the closeness, the unspoken bond. It became impossible to ignore. Fans began to notice it too, whispering that this wasn't just coincidence, this was something deeper. And now, the rumors have gone even further. People are saying Gawin has been living at Joss's house, not just speculation, but almost 80% believable at this point for GG stans. This journey feels like listening to love that doesn't need words because every little moment already tells the story.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
Joss suddenly opened up with words no one expected. I would say I spend time with him more than anybody in the world, as in like not even my parents, not even you. The studio froze for a second. Calvin himself couldn't hide his shock. For Joss to admit that Gawin is the person he spends more time with than even his own parents, that's not just friendship anymore, that's something much deeper.
Life lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter.
Joss tried to soften the surprise with a little laugh, saying, "I know, bro. I'm sorry. But even though we had so much free time, because at the time we weren't filming yet, I hit him up every time I went to work out. I even came to you saying, okay, can we bring him here for a steak night?" It wasn't just about hanging out, it was about making Gawin part of every moment, every plan, every piece of his daily life. Fans could see it right away. Joss wasn't describing a colleague, he was describing his person. Then Joss continued, "We had FEBLS 2. We were in different teams. FEBLS 3 was a huge part of last year in my opinion. We shared so many wins and competitions together. Not just him overall, but the teammates. So I think we got close. By the time MGB was starting, I think we were already like tied." That word tied, it carried so much more meaning than he probably intended. Fans immediately caught it. Their bond wasn't casual anymore. It was solid, unshakable, like two lives already intertwined. And then came Gawin's turn. With a soft but honest smile, he said, "I see him more than my mom and I live with my mom, so that tells you something, I guess." The room erupted with reactions, but Joss simply added with certainty, "That's true." In that small moment, the truth slipped out more clearly than ever before. If Gawin sees Joss more than his own mother, and Joss spends more time with Gawin than anyone else in the world, then what else could this connection be, if not love that has already taken root? By this point, fans didn't even need to guess anymore. The way Joss described his daily life, Gawin was simply always there. It wasn't just work projects or team competitions, it was every little detail. From workouts to late-night steak dinners, that kind of constant presence, it felt less like a friendship and more like a partnership. And then came the whispers that shook the fandom. Gawin is actually living at Joss's house. At first, it sounded like just another fan rumor, but the more people connected the dots, the more real it felt. The way Joss casually included Gawin in all of his plans, the way Gawin admitted he saw Joss more than his own mum, suddenly, that rumor wasn't so hard to believe anymore. For GG stans, this wasn't just gossip, it was evidence. Evidence of a closeness that went beyond the spotlight, beyond the scripts, beyond the stage. Every slip of the tongue, every shared smile, every little confirmation added up to a bigger picture. Joss and Gawin were no longer two separate lives, they were building something together. So when Joss looked at Gawin and said, "That's true," with such certainty, it wasn't just an agreement, it was a quiet confession. And when Gawin's words echoed back, saying he saw Joss more than his own mother, it wasn't a joke. It was the rawest form of truth. For the fans, it felt like watching love unfold in real time. Love that didn't need to be labeled, because it was already undeniable. They may not call it love out loud, but every action, every confession, every little slip proves what it really is. For Joss and Gawin, it's no longer about rumors or speculation, it's about a bond that has already become part of their everyday lives. And for GG stans, that's all the confirmation we'll ever need. Because sometimes, love doesn't need to be said, it just needs to be felt.